The unlimited class of 2014 Lake Race is on. And what a battle we have between CMS and Miss GEICO.
Yep, these guys are really, really hauling down the lake here. These were my main competitors right here. And I'll tell you what, when you're out there running, these guys are tough all the time. GEICO took to the inside. She cut that pretty sharp where Randy kept his speed up on the outside. Two different strategies, folks, when you're in these boats, and we'll see what happens. But
and David, if I'm not mistaken, is that Cat Can Do
that is
third?
Cat Can Do right there.
What a battle between the two front runners like we knew it could be.
I'll tell you what it tells me, though. GEICO's propped down for acceleration just a bit, so that's why he stays the inside. Otherwise, he'd be swinging wide, where Randy maybe is a pitch up, one pitch up on prop, so he's staying the outside, try to keep his speed up. But at the end of the straightaway, Randy will be coming on, and as their weight drops, folks, remember that from the first race, as their weight drops, we get down in the laps, we could have a different story here on acceleration.
So about a lap and a quarter in the books here.
And we can also already see how Randy gets by him down the straightaway. The CMS boat does. I'm sure they're one pitch off on difference on props in these boats is what I would guess right now.
We'll also tell you, to add a little bit of flavor to this, it is now raining as hard as it has during our broadcast window all day. The wind is picked up a little bit, but the helicopter's still out there. We're still able to race. And as you said, Dave, it's not affecting these guys out there in the boats.
Not at all.
It's affecting the spectators as they've all tried to come in under shelter. But the boats out there on the water, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah, race the crew, throttleman, and driver, don't mind the boat getting wet as long as it's on the outside, folks. Just remember that. It's got to stay on the outside of the boat.
So about a lap and a half here. Unlimited class, the Miss GEICO boat, and the CMS boat locked up.
Great battle.
And a great head-to-head. And don't forget about the boat that it's always kind of been lurking in the shadows all afternoon long, but the Cat Can Do was running third. And they're making the pass.
Yeah,
past our broadcast booth right now, sorry, Dave, is the Miss GEICO boat has gained a little bit of ground in terms of separation on the CMS, followed by Cat Can Do.
And I hope our viewing audience is able to hear this horsepower that's going around the track. Some serious horsepower right now.
Well, that's John Roger to feed us as much as he can here. That sound, folks, you're not going to get that anywhere else.
No, that's well in excess of 3,000 horsepower per boat. So,
tell you about Cat Can Do running third. Keith Holmes, Barry Glovick.
Yeah, and they've been around a while, and they're doing a great job of maintaining. There's two strategies here, or multiple strategies, but one of them is, let's stay up there with the leaders. The other one is let's lay back and take care of our equipment. We've got another day of racing coming. And that gets back to the attrition we spoke of earlier and what happened to GEICO in a previous race with the OPA. So I know that, again, talking with the GEICO people, these motors, have a race on them, so they're going to be trying to save them as well. But Bob Bull and Randy Sissom aren't going to let them save very much. They're going to push them as hard as they can, and you see that right here as they go around the turn 3 down there. Beautiful, beautiful job. Don't you think being tied up down there will give you quite the view? These guys coming at you, 170 miles an hour, getting ready to turn, and you just get thinking, well, I hope they do turn.
Yeah, the 4.5 mile course here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Dog legs a little bit to the left. We're about 2.5 or so laps in. Miss GEICO, CMS, and Cat Can Do, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we're roughly, we're getting close to, well, here comes GEICO now. Yep. So we're getting close to halfway through this race. On today's race is 6 laps. And race. Look at that. Cat Can Do right there with them.
Bringing you great action inside the Bravo Shop broadcast booth. The 7-time world champion, Miss GEICO. The defending champion here at Lake Race 2014, and not to be outdone, the Cat Can Do running third. And really all three of these boats, Dave, you have to say, still very much in play. Miss GEICO has what you'd call maybe a comfortable lead, but certainly not one that they can rest on their laurels. As this third hour, the Unlimited class is sponsored by the Boathouse at Village Marina and Casablanca.
You know, that lead that GEICO has can be very uncomfortable if you're in the boat. And the only reason I say that is you don't want to push your equipment any harder than you have to. This equipment is really stressed out on this race course. And but at the same time, you don't want to pull it back very much either and try to save the equipment, because when you do, all of a sudden you're going to see an orange boat and another white and orange boat go by you. So it's they've got to keep the pace up, and what you see they're doing. And I think Randy and Bob are just sitting back, as well as Cat Can Do. I think they're just sitting back and running GEICO's pace, because tomorrow is a whole other deal. You know, they've got to be there for.
No question about it. This is it's 2 days of managing your boat, managing the technology on your boat, that you've got enough to bring another quality run tomorrow, because it will be necessary.
I'll tell you too, that Cleveland construction boat has a beautiful set on water. You can see it as it's cutting through the turn down here by the dam, folks. That boat really, really looks good, at the set it takes and the way they're handling it on this lake. And
right now, again, who knows how things change tomorrow, but they're not so much in play for the front of this race. But again, bear in mind, that's your Super Cat defending champion from last year. There's the Fighting Cancer boat passing us.
Yeah, that's our Racing for Cancer boat, and they're doing a great job as well, at doing a nice job in this turn. Here's what's happening now. We've got the leaders, though, from the extreme class, GEICO, CMS, and Cat Can Do, running into some lap traffic. And this lap traffic is much faster than other lap traffic in previous races. So they're going to have to really start judging, making their moves now for the end of this course as fast as they're going down the straightaway.
Yeah, Cat Can Do got bogged down a little bit with some of that lap traffic, and it's fallen off the pace just a touch. But my goodness, CMS, I think, has gained a little bit of ground on this GEICO.
Right now, as we watch, they're gaining. So it doesn't, you can see right here, right as we speak, they're gaining. They're coming on. So GEICO could have either pulled back to try to save equipment, like I just was talking about, or they could be having some difficulties. You know, we have heating issues, but the way it looks right now, I think they pulled it back, and they look over and saw an orange boat and said, we better pick it back up, because I just saw them pull away again. So there's a mind game going on out there, folks, let me tell you.
I believe this is lap 5, Dave.
Yes.
As we get a little deeper here, 6-lap race.
Well, and at the beginning of our broadcast earlier today, I mentioned, boy, Randy got cut off there. I'm sorry, CMS boat got cut hard in that turn, so I think he lost some time. But here he is. But, you know, Randy has been doing this for years. Randy's one of the smartest throttlemen out there, no doubt about it. And so he may have been laying back and saving his equipment, and then said, okay, I've got a couple laps to go here. I'm going to show them what I got, so they don't think that, you know, I'm hurt back here. And because he made a charge, it was very impressive just then.
Oh, he sure did. And again, as you said, it looks like, though, at this point, the Miss GEICO team, again, separating themselves a touch. It's kind of Miss GEICO, CMS, a separation, Cat Can Do, and then a separation from the rest of the boats in this unlimited class.
Yeah, they're all three in very good positions, and I'm sure no one is concerned about their position right now as long as that equipment keeps running, because tomorrow's a whole new day.
This should be our last lap coming up, and the separation as they pass by our broadcast booth, it's considerably more than it was a lap ago for Miss GEICO on CMS, and Randy Sism in the CMS boat with maybe a little work to do to set themselves up for tomorrow. Bob Bull, Randy Sism in there, MTI, the defending champions here at Lake Race 2014. Then Ket Can-Do running third, a good ways off the pace.
I'll tell you what, CMS is really pushing pretty hard on that back straight and coming on. They've got, I think tomorrow's going to be a fantastic race. We're going to see these guys really battling out tomorrow. Everybody's probably comfortable right now with where they are. As long as your equipment's good at the end of this race, you can always make your adjustments for the next day. Weather's clearing up.
The rain has subsided here. Still some menacing clouds out beyond the Beaver Complex here. Waiting for Miss GEICO CMS to make their final pass beyond our Bravo Shop broadcast booth.
And we saw Doc Jansen making his turn here, heading into his last lap, I believe, and really doing a nice job with that boat.
Sure is. Great to see Doc earlier this morning. Fixture here for these events at the Lake of the Ozarks, be it the shootout, be it Lake Race 2014. And always great to see old friends come back to the lake. Miss GEICO, though, continues on her very impressive pace in what looks to be a day one win for the 7-time world champion.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful set on it, I'll tell you that. But see, Randy's
right behind. Randy and Bob right behind.
I'm telling you, these guys don't want to blink because this is a tight race. Beautiful turn. Both boats are doing a great job out there, no doubt about it. And I'll tell you what, this Cleveland Construction and the Racing for Cancer class boats, Supercat class boats, they're doing a great job. And we'll be seeing them come around here shortly. But right there, there comes Cat Can-Do.
Yeah, Cat Can-Do well off the pace now.
You know, and I don't know what he's doing for sure, but he may have pulled it back, realizing he's just settled for third this race and save equipment.
So let's see, CMS is, I think, gotten about as close as they have been in a while. As we look at the wide shot, look at this.
He's got some horsepower in there.
Look at this. CMS, for a moment, ahead of the Miss GEICO in our final lap.
Yeah, we saw him almost do that 2 laps ago, and I said then either Miss GEICO pulled back a bit.
Here comes Miss GEICO again. Yep, here we go again.
This is going to be a tricky turn, folks. This is a tight turn, and at speeds like this, you got to be extremely careful inside the boat. Right now, throttles are down, drives are trimmed out, and CMS is wanting to get out of there as quick as they can because GEICO is going to be coming out of there just right behind them.
The CMS boat, Bob Bull, Randy Sism, taking the lead on the final lap.
That's what I was saying. You know, Randy's one of the most experienced, smartest throttlemen out there. And the 2 laps ago, I think he was just seeing what he had if he needed it. And then he showed us what he had on this last lap.
And suddenly now the CMS with some separation on Miss GEICO. Miss GEICO's not even in the shot right now, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know. Last I saw of her was in the second turn, so I hope everything's good. Beautiful run there.
And it looks like a day one win for CMS, but obviously much more to come